he's a pretty easy character to use.
A few moments later.
That's unfortunate. It's not even hard. Jeez, man. Okay, turn it off. That's all we can afford. What's going on, you guys? Steve here, and today we're going to be playing some more Virtual on Oratorio Tangram. I made a couple videos about this game before, and you guys got a kick out of them, so let's just run it back. I'm actually going to be playing this with my Dreamcast Twin Stick. This is the true way to play this game. I tried playing the game with the standard Dreamcast controller, and it's a pretty miserable experience. There's certain maneuvers and stuff you just can't do with the OG, standard controller. The game is just so fluid and easy to play with this, so yeah, if you can, I recommend getting one of these. Man, this really is one of my favorite games of all time. I just love how different the mechanics are. I love the visuals, I love the soundtrack. The music is amazing. It's very fun, it's very poppy, futuristic. I actually don't have too much experience, well, I have no experience with VO before buying this game. I went to a Chuck E. Cheese when I was a little kid and they had VO, the OG VO arcade machine. And I remember essentially wasting the last tokens I had on that game because it was a pretty expensive game. I think it took like $1 in tokens. It wasn't a basic, quarter game. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea that you had to use both sticks to do basic movement. I didn't know what the triggers did or the turbo movement. I had no idea what any of that stuff was. So I basically just sat there and I just took a bunch of damage and wasted my money. Honestly, it bothered me for years after that, and I ended up Googling what the game was. Like, man, what was that weird game with those tank controls that I couldn't figure out? And sure enough, it was VO. I eventually got this game, I got the Twin Stick, and I love this game now. Yeah, that was the only memory I had with this game, was just struggling, trying to figure out how to move, and I never got it right. I lost on the first level. I was just standing there not knowing what I was doing. So we can use this character, Grizvok, I believe is the name, I'm not really sure. But he's a pretty easy character to use. Pretty slow movement, good health, and crazy damage output. It's a very spammy character, so you can just honestly spam a bunch of stuff and you'll do fine. You don't have to move and maneuver and get all crazy with the mechanics with this character. Some of the other characters you do. You have to know what you're doing and you gotta maneuver and be all wild, but like, see, I already got half damage that fast. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's not that crazy. But visually, I just love this art style. Like a lot of those Sega games from the late 90s. I don't know what it is. It's just a very timeless style. Well, maybe people think it's dated, but I think it looks cool. So this character has very slow aerial movement, so you're probably best suited for sitting on the ground, kind of spamming your triggers and center weapons like this. Dodge those projectiles. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're eating damage. We're eating damage. There we go. We're good. This is fine. It's not fine, but I'm just saying it's fine. Yeah, we're doing okay. Getting back on camera. Oh, I missed my melee, sick. There we go. I need to finish this. It's taking forever. Come on. There we go. Jeez. Yeah, the music in this game is so cool. I love the music. It's just so like playful and lighthearted and kind of mechy. But I guess that's the point, Completely lift those attacks. I haven't played this in probably a couple weeks, so kind of going through it. I feel like I have to relearn this game every single time I play it, especially between different characters. It just plays very different from character to character. The main crux of the game is the same, but they just don't play the same. Some are fast, some have faster aerial movement, some have weak damage, some have high damage, so you don't need to move and understand all the mechanics. It varies from character to character, which is pretty cool, but it makes the game unbalanced. You can get through the arcade run pretty easy with this character just because he's so spammy like this. Like, I already got half the damage down that fast in like 10 seconds. But there's other characters where You know, I get hit by one of those projectiles and I'd be down. Like that fast, it's already over. You can't do that with every character. The only thing about this game is the mirror matches are kind of tough. For whatever reason, the mirror matches, the AI is super dodgy and you just can't hit them, like, at all. And it's only the mirror matches where it does that. Like all these other fights, you can see I'm chucking up damage. I'm not really struggling. It's not putting up too much resistance. I mean, this fight is always a little weird because this is a projectile spamming character too. But yeah, the mirror matches are always the roughest. I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter from character to character. It's always the same. The mirror matches, it's always super dodgy and you just can't hit them. And this fight right here is the hardest in the game if you're trying to use the standard controller because it requires movement that you just can't do on a standard controller. Like for this fight, I'm going to have to move very slow. Oh, I whiffed it. I'm selling. You have to kind of thread the needle to not take damage there, even though I didn't do a good job. But you can't do that slower movement like that with the standard controller. Hopefully I don't die here, because I want to get through this in one go. But I'm a little rusty. It's not moving, thank you. And you just rinse and repeat. You can only attack in that small window. I'm taking way too much damage. That's unfortunate. It's not even hard. Jeez, man. That's annoying. It's not even a hard game. I was just kind of whiffing because I was like trying to talk and do it at the same time. Whatever.
Warning, 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 warning. Get ready.
Try it again. So yeah, you have to thread the needle right here, kind of move like this. Not take that damage because you just get stuck in this time loop of eating damage. It doesn't let you escape, like you just saw. You just rinse and repeat. Just kind of threading the needle between these. And you do it again. Whiffing. Try that again. That's how you beat it. It's really not that crazy, but I'm trying to play and make the video at the same time and talk about it, so it's kind of tough. But I'm trying. I like this game also. I loved arcadey games just because how short they are. I like shorter experiences. This game, if you don't whiff and throw and sell like I just did, you can get through it in about 8-9 minutes. It's a pretty short game. I like those kind of arcadey games because it's just more fun for me with shorter games. You know, some of those, you know, newer single player experiences, those games that are like 40 hours, that kind of stuff is cool, but I like those games where you can kind of just space out for 20 minutes, you know, get a quick little grind session in, and then take off, go about your business. It's very low commitment. But I mean, there's a time and place for all these types of games. And this stage has conveyor belts, if you can kind of see those. They're moving, so, you know, the playing field shifts from level to level, which is kind of cool. It doesn't make too much of a difference, but there is that aspect of the different elevations and conveyor belts moving and all kinds of stuff going on. Come on, bruh. I'm using way too much damage. There we go. Yeah, Cypher is my favorite character to play. This character that I'm fighting against just has really fun movement, but has really low health. Like I'm kind of stomping it really fast. It's already over. Really fun character to play because you just have to weaponize his movement because you have low health. So you just have to be more crafty and kind of shifty with your movement.
Get ready.
But this character that I'm using, he's a straight up tank, so you don't, oh my god, you don't really have to understand the mechanics. You kind of just spam and dodge when you can. And you'll probably be fine. I would say this is the only character in the game that's like this. Every other character, you gotta dodge, you gotta move. You're gonna eat damage. You're gonna lose if you don't know what you're doing. Come on, bro. Just die already. This other character, Raiden, has insanely high health. So my character is a tank, but he's definitely a tank. But that character is slower, so that's kind of the trade-off. Like more health, higher damage, but he can't really move. So you just gotta watch those beams, because if you get caught in one of those beams, the round is over. But if you can work around it, you're gonna be fine like this.
Warning. Warning.
And this is the final boss. This is the end of the game. This game is interesting because on this final fight, you cannot win by timeout. So if you have a health lead, that does not guarantee that you're gonna win. You have to win by shaving off all of the health. You basically just dodge. Dodge. It tries to like pull you in. It has this like gravitational pull. Pulls you closer and closer, and you risk eating damage. And then there's like an eyeball that comes out here, and that's when you're able, whoa, that's when you're able to attack, when the eye comes out. I'm gonna spam here. Come on. And it only gives you 2 windows like that where the eye opens. So you have to get about 50% damage on your first go, or else you're not gonna have enough time. So we just rinse and repeat. We got over 50% damage. I just gotta do it again and not die. It seems pretty simple, like I just got through it right there. But using the standard Dreamcast controller, you cannot do this. It's just not possible. You have to use the face buttons, the D-pad, the analog stick, and the triggers all at the same time just to do very basic movement. But, I mean, you have to press so many buttons, all the buttons. It requires literally every single button on the Dreamcast controller just to do these basic movements that are so fluid on this. So the game wasn't optimized to run on the standard Dreamcast controller, which is unfortunate because there's a lot of reviewers and, you know, retro gamers and people who make content on this game, and they complain and they shred this game and they bash it and they say, oh, it kind of sucks, the movement, the controls are terrible. Yeah, for sure, it wasn't optimized for that. It's a twin stick game. It should have been optimized for that, but it just wasn't. But yeah, this is the game. I love this game. It's super fun. I kind of sold in the beginning, but I mean, it's a pretty basic game. Once you understand the movement, it's just so fun and fluid.